Welcome to the Advice Show, media with a common sense approach. So there is a excerpt from a short documentary that was put up on YouTube a few years ago called Welfare Abuse in America. And they featured this one girl on there named Kiara. She's 30 years old. She has multiple children, and she feels it's okay to be on welfare, but just don't take my word for it. Let me go ahead and roll the clip.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Okay, I'm 30 years old, I have 4 kids, and I've been on welfare for 12 years.
Some people are on welfare for a short period of time, while others take advantage and are on it for generation after generation. Do you live in government housing?
Yes, since I was 18, but they put me out because I didn't report my boyfriend.
Are you employed?
No.
How do you feel about that?
I'm comfortable with it, and I feel like I don't need to look for one because I get a check from the government every month.
How much do you collect in benefits?
I get $780 in food stamps, $500 in TANF, and I get Medicaid and WIC. I did $400, and I got $60 in cash.
Do you feel like you're cheating the system or abusing it?
Nah, bro, it's free money.
Now, some people may feel, okay, I already know he's going to go in this video, but no, I'm not going to go off and go ham and talk about, no, I'm not going to do that because I want to talk about something that's a little deeper than what she was saying. Instead of us attacking people, we need to focus on the mentality. What made Kiara feel this is okay? What made her feel that this is my lot in life to get government assistance for the rest of my life, or at least long as I can? What made her feel comfortable to have children, multiple children at that? You heard what she had, what, 3, 4 children? What made her feel comfortable that that's okay without having a husband? And got some boyfriend, and she said she lost some benefits because of these boyfriend. She has a cell phone, don't have a job. She has tattoos on her body, don't have a job, but she feel all this is okay, and she is 30 years old. I mean, she's not no 18, 19-year-old girl. And this was done 2 years ago, so Kiara is at least 32, 33 right now. Is she still in the same situation? We don't know. But people like to come up, and especially Republicans love to say entitlements. American society is entitled. Don't even focus on one group of people, because there are jobs in America that Americans refuse to do. So don't even get me started about American society and their entitlements. They want to focus on just people who get welfare and food stamps as being entitled. But Kiara was raised in an environment where it was probably struggling. It wasn't good. And welfare and food stamps and WIC and all this other stuff is just a way of life because that's what they had to do to make it. There are some people like Kiara that never get out of that environment. So they feel that being on these programs is something normal. It's okay because everybody else lived their life that way. Some people think it's normal to have criminals hanging out all over the place, gang members, drug dealers, pimps and hoes. They think that stuff is normal because they never get out of that environment. You could have 2 children. You could have Kiara and you could have another young lady, same age. You can raise Kiara in her environment. You can raise the other young lady in like a nice middle class area. Parents at work, they provide a good life for the child. They teach them that, you get everything by hard work and, education and things that, you want your kids to know. And they'll come up together at the same age, but you'll see Kiara the way she is due to her environment. Then you see the other child, same age as Kiara now, and she would probably have a totally different mindset about life. So it's the environment. And the government really does not help people by just giving you food and giving you all this stuff for long periods of time. If it were me and if I had to overhaul the welfare system, I would say 18 months and that's it. Because within 18 months, you can find a job to do something for yourself. Now, I would say If you find a job within the 18 months, I will allow you to be on welfare at least a year just to get on your feet. And after that year, that's it. But if you're not going to do nothing within 18 months, I'm cutting you off. I don't want to hear no talk of you. And it wouldn't be none of this, oh, I'm going to have more kids so I can get more benefits. No, I'll be like the IRS with the child tax credit. 2-child limit only. That's it. That's all we're going to pay for. Because some people scam the system by having all these multiple kids. And they have selling food stamps and all of the stuff people do, which is illegal. That's on this system. So instead of the government spending all this money on these kind of programs, why don't you help Kiara sustain herself by saying, you know what, Kiara, look, you about to get cut off. But what we'll do, we will help pay for you to get a trade, medical assistant, dental assistant. I'm just giving something off the top of my head that don't take you long to get. That way we make her go, and if she don't want to go, you fine, you cut off. But get her in a program like that where she can sustain herself. That way we know you got something to get a job with, Kiara. That's the thing. Some people, unfortunately, have to be forced to do things for themselves, unfortunately, because they didn't have the right upbringing. It really doesn't make sense, a woman that age that just have no motivation, and she feels that it's okay to be like this. And she have these sorry men that's fooling with her, that was living off, and these men come in there, eat up all the food stamps and everything from them kids. And a lot of these women like this are selfish, a lot of them. They don't care about the kids. They worry about themselves, they worry about the men they're with. It's a total sad situation all the way around. I would feel so horrible if I'm 30 plus years old and I've been on welfare for 12 years. I can't do nothing with my life like that. Kiara living like that would never go on vacation in the Bahamas, go to that resort Sandals, or Kiara would never do some things that people who work for a living and who trying to do things to provide for their family that she will not do. I mean, it's kind of sad. And Kiara has the ability to do this stuff. Sound like she does. I mean, I don't think she's a dumb girl, but she's in that situation and think that stuff is okay. So we need to get these people to change the mentality that say, wait a minute, this is not okay. And at one point in time in this country, we didn't even have welfare at all. And when you don't have that, sometimes it forces you to do other things. But I think we should have welfare. I just think we should just cut the time down to 18 months. And once these people realize that, wait a minute, all you got is 18 months on welfare. After that, you're on your own. Then that will have to force them to change their lifestyle, get jobs, can't have all these kids. We ain't giving you all this benefit because, other countries in the rest of the world, they don't give nobody money. Either you have it or you don't. You're on your own. So that is a real deterrent on you having a bunch of kids or living these lifestyles that you know good and well that you can't afford, because y'all need to realize this government cut that mess off at any time. They really can. And before you racists come over here talking about Kiara and saying black people, wait a minute, there's a bunch of white folks on welfare too. Oh, yes, they are. Everybody getting that welfare. I just saw a news story, matter of fact, of a white couple, for those racists. They got arrested by the feds for getting welfare, $147,000 in welfare fraud. And they had a business. But yeah, they say they needed assistance. So please don't go there. Okay, because these racists just love, y'all don't realize these racists just love to come here every day. Like I said, we all said before, racists are mentally slow, the new hashtag. We definitely put up with that because they don't really have sense not to go to listen to something that they don't like. But continuing, people like Kiara, I wish there were different ways to help them, but unfortunately, some people like Kiara don't want help. They really don't. They feel that lifestyle is okay, and something's wrong with you if you try to lead them to something else. But I think if we just change the system, I think it would get more people motivated to get out there and do things for themselves. That's just what I think with this situation, because Kiara is very sad. And then you're looking at another generation of children being raised in an environment to think this lifestyle is okay, which is totally, totally wrong. Hit me up in the comments, future commentaries, subscribe.